that's where I find it funny. Like most motherfuckers think like you know you don't need jobs in this.
Didn't they teach you this shit in school?
Look at the majority of the shit. Look at the majority of the motherfuckers who don't even want to work. What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with 420 Gamer TV. I have my brother Lester here joining me. I am going to be getting really stoned because I had a really long day at work. And I just want to get really fucking high. It was a relatively good day. Just really long and all fucking really wet. Fuck. Been raining all damn day here. Practically.
I agree with you. I was across the street, pulling those rocks, planting trees and shit.
I remember the crew that fucking my store hired. It was funny. Well, I felt sorry for them because it was like downpouring when they were planting trees in the bushes and stuff for when summer started. But just watching them do that shit, I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
Yeah.
But they won't be having to worry about any of that shit when winter comes. They're just gonna be snow shoveling.
Oh,
That's gonna be fun.
That's even funner. Luckily, I got my bunny boots.
I personally, though, I'm ready to like find these foreigner bastards who work for my store, right?
Yeah.
Well, one of them doesn't speak a lick of English at all, which really irritates me. If you're gonna be in this country, I don't give a fuck if you find it racist from me or not. But if you are gonna live here and reside here and have a job here, you better speak the damn language. And I mean at least speak it.
I got coworkers that try to learn English. At least I speak to them. They understand me.
It's like, if you have your...
As long as they understand me, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck if they have their accent. You know what I mean? Accent, that's pretty fun. I don't mind. But if you're speaking English, be here. We want you here. If you can't speak English, don't fucking come here.
Learn it.
Well, one, it irritates me because a motherfucker who can't even speak English. I can't tell him when he upsets me because there's a dude who he's like part of the night cleaning crew. I had to do their job today because they don't do their jobs at night.
Well, I know Harris's grandma may have had.
I already went to my I went to my store manager and I went to her and I told her I'm really upset right now because I got done cleaning the bathrooms, and I'm not talking about like the normal clean like what I normally do. No. I had to go change out all the trash cans in all the bathrooms. That's the employee bathrooms, our bathrooms to use. And there's 3 trash cans in each fucking one. So that's 3, 6, 9 trash cans in just those ones.
This that one area.
And yeah, that's just the hallway. That's not even the employee ones. I get to the employee bathrooms. Those have 2 trash cans in it each, and those ones are full.
Damn.
So I straight out told her, like, yeah, you see all this trash right here? This is from them not doing their job. So if they're not gonna do their job, and I'm gonna do it, or one of my other parcels are gonna do it, they better go, and we better get their pay. Because I'm not going to sit here and do extra work, take time out of my day where I should be doing other stuff, because I'm a star safety person over there. I'm like one of the head safety guys there, at least for CCKs. And on top of that, I have my normal parceling duties, on top of me being a cashier as well. So whenever they call me for cashiering, also add in the fact that I'm head parcel there. Yeah, I should not have to change the trash cans out when there's motherfuckers who are paid to do that. And I even told Michelle, I was like, if I end up closing, I'm just to let you know, I might yell at one of them, and I might get into an altercation with one of them, because it's a little ridiculous that they're going to come here and not do their jobs.
Yeah.
They want to come in and leave as soon as possible, but still get paid for the hours they supposedly worked when they didn't work. No.
Those are some lazy Mexicans. I got Mexicans.
Oh, they weren't from Mexico. They're Cuban. Oh, they weren't Mexican. Oh, I can tell you this much. If it was a Hispanic person, oh, I would definitely be pissed off. And at least I'd be able to understand him. But it was a motherfucking Cuban. I'm like, oh, you dirty rat bastard.
The
Fuck you.
I work with, fucking most of them are just Hispanic, and they just get their work done. They understand me, I understand them, half the time at least.
I don't care if they're a foreigner.
Sometimes
as long as they come here legally. If they come here legally,
oh, yeah,
I don't give a shit where they're from or who they are. Awesome. Welcome. But
yeah. But you came in here legally and you're just trying to mooch off the land, take off and shit, your ass is dead.
but it's fucking massively annoying.
That'd be like me coming over there and mooching off her land and taking her back to the USA and be like, here you go, brothers and sisters.
That's why I hate fucking Walmart. Walmart's the one company that fucks everything up. But guess what, everybody? I figured it out. I didn't have to create one super fucking generator. All I needed to do was connect the 3 generators I already created to one power relay. And now it works. So now we're pretty much ready for the invasion. We're going to be invading the Institute. And we're going to fuck them in the asshole.
Maxon's waiting to talk to you. And I'm not throwing the switch until he gives us the go-ahead.
I took my suit off because I didn't want to keep walking around in it. With power cords and shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right, I know, bitch. I'm sexy, aren't I? That's right.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Confidence in
Lab rat, standing by.
All of us are aware of the risks you're taking, and we salute you. That being said,
Lab rat standing
this is
by.
the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that
You're
switch,
welcome.
we don't know exactly what's going to happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Unless I end up inside solid rock.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
I remember Dr. Lee.
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
She was part of a civilian project in the capital wasteland that the Brotherhood appropriated. It
Yeah, I
wasn't
bet you
difficult.
did.
Contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
Well, you guys must have did something to piss her off, because Dr. Lee ran to you guys for help and safety. And I recall that because it was in Fallout 3. Oh, I've played all the Fallouts. Every Fallout.
I need to get play all the Fallout.
We don't...
What sort of differences?
Although she was working with the Brotherhood of Steel, she never
1 and 2
formally
are on
joined as a
computer.
scribe. After the capital wasteland was secured, she objected to the Brotherhood's continued military presence there. I think she assumed we would just walk away from it all.
It was like playing like
She
the
was
original
wrong.
Elder Scrolls.
Your mission is
1
simple.
and 2.
Once you're inside the
Literally, it was
Institute,
just around
we
the same
want you
time
to
frame,
track
too.
down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
I think Gary played it always to the end on
What's this project that needs her attention?
Sorry, that information is
I can
classified.
suck your dick. I know who it is.
I'm sure you understand.
He ain't getting
Listen to
whatever
me,
he
Knight.
wants.
I'm well aware that you're risking your life going
Doing
into
a
the
video
Institute
and
blind. Just keep your mind on the
Little butt,
mission,
so he can go
and don't let anything they
and
say sway you from your duty.
think
Good
of what
luck.
he did. Hold on. I'm about to fix this up. Pretty much ass right now.
Dr. Lee is a valuable asset. If any harm comes to her, I'm holding you personally responsible.
Now, I'm a little curious, Maxon, considering when Fallout 3 came out, you were a little ass kid and you were a fucking dick. $10 says you and Elder Lyons got into a fight and his daughter whooped
Refrain
your
from
ass
opening fire
and probably
inside
kicked you
the
the fuck out of
Institute.
the Commonwealth.
It could
Not
jeopardize our
Commonwealth,
entire
fucking-
mission.
Oh, wrong. My bad. Too used to sticking it next to me. But I can bet that y'all got kicked the fuck out of DC. I bet you did. Yeah. Well, see, I know so much about Fallout, right? That there's only a key few places that were actually really not adversely affected by the nuclear bombs or actually hit by bombs. Like Anchorage, Alaska was actually one place that was not hit by bombs at all. Surrounding areas around Alaska, yes. In the ocean and fucking, you know, in the skies. But, you know, thanks to our intercontinental ballistic missiles interceptors that we got here, that we literally actually got. Holy shit, guess what? Yeah. And well, in the game, if you actually, in Fallout 3, if you have all the DLCs and everything, right? You go into a simulator where you play the life of one of the soldiers who was up here in Anchorage during the very beginning invasion of when the Chinese, or technically the communists, attacked. Technically, it was the Chinese who headed it, but of course. And, I mean, people find it crazy, like, oh, they wouldn't do... Yes, they fucking would. They got the numbers. They got the highest population in any country.
Endless ways that they wanted to for fucking 50 to 100 years if they wanted.
And that was Roy Brown.
But, well, at the end of it, well, actually, through it, there's holotape that you're supposed to find. I think there's like 10. And if you find all of them,
Here's the latest word on what's
right,
happening in
you
the
get to see
Commonwealth,
this, like,
folks.
and you have to find all of them.
Not
If you don't find all of them, you don't get the last
quietly at the
part of it.
airport, the Brotherhood continues
But you
to
find
make
out
waves.
through the last holotape
They've
that
recently
fucking
been seen cleaning up Fort Strong.
Anchorage didn't get hit. They actually were able to stop the Chinese, kick them,
But
not
they
kick them
plan
out.
to
They pretty much killed
annex the
everybody.
location.
And they were able
Just
to
wanted to get rid of the neighbors.
re-establish
I couldn't say.
the missile interceptors.
Whatever their reasoning, I think
So they were able to put their fucking barrier back up.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the
The only
signal
other
interceptor's
place
ready to
that you
go.
really hear
Are
about
you?
lore that didn't technically get hit was
Let's
New
do
Vegas.
this.
All right. Head up onto the platform
up,
and we'll
Dead
see
by
if I can
Daylight?
find a signal to lock onto.
I have that game. I just haven't played it
Pull yourself together and get up onto that platform.
yet. Yeah, you got it. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Well, I can't walk off.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers.
a bad
I'm
idea.
inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna
What is
take a
it?
minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3,
really bad.
2,
Really bad.
1.
Yes! That's what's up, bitch. And I'm here all alone, but thankfully, I'm in my suit. That's right, reach level 30, bitches. That's what I'm talking about. I want to get my charisma. I do not have high enough charisma. I need it higher. Inspirational. Yes, definitely gotta get that now. Well, am I not surprised it was about a freaking first stack? Yeah, just for an RPG. But I really don't want to join a party right now. Fuck. Well, I mean, what time is it anyway? It's probably almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I have to go to work at 10 tomorrow in the morning, so it's like, yeah, I really don't
I gotta
plan on staying up too fucking late.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance.
It's sucking dick.
I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Into the elevator. Fuck you. Well, shit, dude. Get this, right? I've been... I'll continue going, whatever. I've been, like, talking to my managers, and I've been talking to my PICs and everything, and I've been telling them for us to optimize for everyone to be able to get out on time and not have to be there for so much extra more time than what's actually necessary. It would be good if we actually had 2 to 3 closers at night. And this is from when, like, you know, closing now, thank God, it's now 11 o'clock, not 12 o'clock. Fuck, I hate it when it was 12. Oh, my God, it's horrible. But yeah, now we close the doors at 11. But that don't mean everyone gets to go home at 11. No, sorry, Bob. But, well, I've been telling them, like, for the longest time, we need 2. At least 2. Today, I regrettably found out that fucking we're never gonna get 2 closers actually at all. It's gonna be 1 closer, and that's, yeah, pretty much what it's gonna be all about. And the most annoying part about it all is the company sits there and says that, oh, it's possible.
I can only imagine what
It's
you've heard,
possible
what you think of us.
for
I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
They got me fucking back and forth.
Welcome to the Institute.
I don't got nothing to do over here. I gotta go straight to the pit every morning.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do.
What are you doing?
For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too
I would
much
tell
at
them,
stake
for
here
one,
to risk
if
it
I'm going to
all.
use my own vehicle,
As you've seen,
if it
things
breaks
above
down,
are
they're paying the repair costs. It's the
unstable.
only way I'd use my own vehicle. Fuck that. Unless
I'd
I'm
like to
driving
talk to
work.
you about
If
what
I'm driving to
we
work,
can
okay,
do
whatever.
for everyone.
But I'm not using my fucking...
But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
I know your husband too. He's the owner of the company and the other company down there. So they'll try to multiply. I changed a couple days when I showed up there. They kept telling them they needed to start locking up the gas cans up and
Well, that's stupid not to do that. Why would they not lock them up? Like, come the fuck on, that's just retarded.
because OSHA code. So I told him why not get a box then and put them in there, because I have an OSHA card and that's OSHA applicable. They'd be sitting in their own case, in their own cage, locked up, so we don't have random homeless people coming in and grabbing our shit. And they
Exactly. I mean, like, literally.
They reply like, well, we are building a fence there, and we are going to need you to help with that fence, and so it's like, I'm there with you, and I'll help you put up the fence. Just give me the hours and pay for that shit.
A fence.
I gotta get this one.
Applicator? What is that? Yeah, I don't know. Take this shit. Ooh, tweezers. No, that is. Take that. Here, examiner. Take that. Fuck you. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm in this room.
Hope you
But
enjoyed
yeah, the
that last
company's
number.
been telling my managers and shit that it's possible for one person to be able to get all the go-backs done, to make sure that they get all the restrooms checked,
The
all their
Minutemen are
final
making
check,
waves
which is
in the
technically
Commonwealth,
9
folks.
o'clock.
And that's good news
Our
for
last
all
check
of
is
us.
technically 9 o'clock because that's when
The
they have
latest
a
word is
night
that
they're
on the
cleaning
day-
the bathroom.
From everything I've heard, it was no small feat to get that back under their control.
But pretty much they sit there and
There's
told
some
them that
real
we can get all the
monsters out
go-backs
there in the
done,
Commonwealth,
the bathrooms,
Now that they've
all
set
the
up
carts
shop,
outside,
I'm told the Minutemen will be in a
all
better
done
position to help
within the time
whoever
frame
the Commonwealth
when the store
That's
starts
good to
getting ready
hear,
to close.
don't you
Because
think?
when the store closes, right?
Billie Holiday.
Oh, I've been
love,
good,
and that
dude. How you
makes it
been?
Easy living for her. Enjoy, folks.
Locked up, make sure everything's locked up.
Oh yeah, dude. We have to go through the entire store.
Make sure there's no one left.
What's up, brilliant gamer? But yeah, we have to lock up. We have to go through the entire store to make sure no one in there. Check all the bathrooms. Make sure no one's in the bathrooms hiding, because people do that. they fucking try.
They try.
But you know, we have to do that and everything else. And this is by closing. We have to have all this done by closing, or at least like 15 minutes after. We can't go very much after that. Fuck that.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. Oh my god.
Okay.
Totally you.
Who are you?
Carter.
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Oh wow, he definitely is different.
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
I mean,
What's going on?
like, it's
Father?
obvious to him.
Father?
It's not, obviously it's not obvious that your son does not know who you are.
Yeah.
Because you were not there technically, because they took him. So why would they say, "Oh yeah, hey, by the way, we took you from your dad"? Of course I do. But I usually only say people's gamer tags or whatever it is on the sides, just mainly because most people don't like me using their names online. At least I have a friend like that, anyways. He one time I kept saying his name, but he kept saying his gamer tag and everything. I was like, okay, I'm sorry, dude, my bad.
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean.
That sounds so
I
wrong.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Like, none of these are fucking good choices.
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father?
Like, none of these
Father,
are
help
good
me.
choices. Like,
He's
none
trying
of
to
these are
take
something
me.
I'd fucking choose to
Father?
even say.
Father, help me!
There we go.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
That's fucked up.
Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to
understand
explore the
what?
effects
No,
of
fuck that. I
extreme
will punch you in the
emotional
face.
stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind.
From a father's standpoint,
I
I
recognize
swear to
that you
fucking
are
God,
emotional,
if that were to ever happen to me,
and that
I
your
would be
journey
pissed
here has
off.
been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew.
Well, I mean, I don't want to really
I am
give away
Father.
anything on who that guy is,
Welcome
but that
to
guy
the
has a very,
Institute.
very, very special standpoint on your character's fucking point.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Yeah, Alice in Wonderland.
A sure
Fuck
sign
yes.
that you adapt quickly to
That was
stressful
awesome.
environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined.
Oh, shit,
You have
really?
traveled very far and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you after all this time. It's me.
Bam.
I
He's your
am
son.
Sean. I am
Yeah.
your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Dun, dun, dun.
But why? Why
Oh, fuck
take
yeah,
a child?
dude.
Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it?
Play some
Why
Dead by
me?
Daylight. I haven't
At
played
that
that
time,
game yet.
the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Weird.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
In real life, my one question would be like, why the fuck did you not wake me up sooner then? You're a dick.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Did you just call your own mother collateral damage?
But she loved you.
Collateral damage? Is Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you.
Fuck,
I
it
don't
wouldn't matter
have
how
any
long it is for
direct
me.
memories.
Fuck that, I'd kick you in the dick.
And I've had my entire life to cope
Your
with
mom.
the loss.
Collateral
Has it always
damage.
been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Yeah, like anything. Right.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent
Until
with
he met
every
me.
completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Dick so bad.
So you're in charge of
Especially
the
with food
Institute?
on.
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that.
Yeah.
Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss.
Yeah, blood. Yeah.
But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you?
Yeah, me.
Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart.
No, you don't.
Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
Nah. I'm gonna say because I kind of have to. I have to explore and search shit anyway, so.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine.
You're a dick.
Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities. Dr. Ao in SRB.
My fucking brother of steel.
Dr.
What's up,
Holdren in
bitches?
bioscience. And finally, Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them. And then we'll discuss what comes next.
Take more pictures of the truck. Alright, a couple pictures today. Get a couple more.
Invaded this motherfucker. I'm gonna start stealing all your guys' shit too.
Did I leave my title here or did I came and grab it?
Your what?
My title to my truck.
I don't remember. I don't know.
I think it came
I didn't do other stuff. Folder, pen. Oh, my phone. I built that. Shit. Clean coffee cup. Or clean coffee holder. A damaged camera. Scissors. That's fucking folders. Folders. Folder pencil. Oh, there you go. Give me that one. Fuck. I'm full. Damn hack this shit, Mike. Ah, I hate these computers. All round and shit. Looks weird. Oh, 2. 1. Where's the H? I don't know. Yeah, there's the H. That, oh. 1. Son of a bitch. 1, motherfucker. 0. Son of a bitch. It is weird that, like, half the time with harder ones, I'll get it within, like, 1 or 2 goes, but easier ones, it takes fucking forever. Yeah. 0. Sometimes you can get lucky and find a fucking, there it is. Miss Burger, you don't really have to read anything if there's anything in fucking important. Huh? Crap, where that one was. Synth shut down. Ooh, hell yeah. That's cool. Legit. Keeping that. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna be back here around the fuck you all up. Awesome. Oh Jesus God. Probably do that. Do that. Fucking ass to the folders. Shit. folders for you. It's like, sons of bitches.
Folder, dude.
I know, right? It's like, why would you have a folder about it? Come on.
I got file in these.
Hope you enjoyed that one. Warren Smith with Uranium Rock.
I'm gonna file in my folders in my towel.
Hey folks, time for some news. Though, actually, this time it's more addressing some rumors than anything else.
Almost done.
I'm sure many of
Just
you
need
have
to
heard
tighten up
tales
this primary drive
of the
servo.
railroad.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Most of
They
them have
weren't
lasted
kidding.
long past
We
their
really
projected
are here.
lifespans.
Well, all right.
If you
Makes
ask
sense
me,
that they're
I'm
keeping
Alan.
a
They
low
were
profile.
built pretty
Fillmore.
well.
You can
It's
think
a
of me as the
dangerous
Institute's
idea,
chief
and it's met by
engineer.
some
When
very
Father
mixed
told us about
reactions
you,
around
I
the
could hardly
Commonwealth.
believe it. You've been through
guess
so
if you
much.
are out
I
there,
think most people would have just given up.
good luck not
If you don't
getting
mind
caught.
my asking, what was it
Up
that
next
kept you
is
going all
another
that
favor
time?
from Ella Fitzgerald, brought to you by the one, the only, Travis Lonely Miles.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, and at least similar to the rest of us.
You wanna eat?
Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
You said you're hungry. I'm not gonna give you a fruit snack if you're saying you're hungry. I swear, kid.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
I can't remember. Oh well. I don't
You
know
know
right
the
now.
protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do. Our new synths are so lifelike, I keep mistaking them for real people.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome, welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm in charge of housing and provisions. It's my mission to ensure that everyone lives a comfortable and productive life. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see me walking around talking to people. So, I'm going to call it a video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope you all have a great day, great night, great evening, all that great shit. You know exactly what I mean. Catch me from the next one. Later, guys.